I got to test out a super cool pair of earbuds today. These are the MOONDROP Space Travels. And yeah, these are pretty cool. So let's get into it. How do they look? How do they feel? And how do they sound? Well, guys, I think these actually look really, really nice. You got a little design on the squared off stem right here. Okay. You do get a silicone piece around the earbud. And guys, they look like this on. Okay, so they look like a pretty cool and interesting pair of earbuds. Now, we can't talk about how they look without talking about the case. And yeah, just as interesting. Look at this. You get this half transparent case and you get the design that really ties in those little design features on the earbuds. Yeah, this is a pretty cool case. Now, when you're done with your earbuds, you basically just slide them in here and they magnetically pop in to charge. Yeah, guys, absolutely love the look of this case. Next, how do they feel? Well, guys, yes, these are in your earbuds, okay? They're fairly lightweight, but you feel like you're wearing earbuds. So if you don't have a problem with that, then you're gonna be fine. Now, MOONDROP did give you additional silicone pieces right here, so you can actually customize the fit to your ear canal. Luckily for me, right out of the box, these fit me well, but if you had a bigger ear canal or a smaller ear canal, you do have the silicone pieces in the box. So really nice. Next, and more importantly, guys, how do these sound? Look, I gotta tell you, these sounded good, okay? They sounded good. They didn't get terribly loud, but they had good highs, they had good mids, and they had a little bit of bass, okay? It wasn't like a deep booming bass, but it did have some bass. Yeah, these sounded good overall. Now, there was an application. I was actually kind of surprised about this. There was an application to these earbuds, and let me show you. This is the MOONDROP application. And to be fair, there's not really too much in here, but if you click here, you are actually given 3 different preset equalizers. Now, I tested all of these and they all sounded pretty good. I, though, landed on the bass head for the music I was listening to. And yeah, that did actually give me a little bit extra bass, which was nice. It actually really rounded the sound out of these earbuds. Overall, guys, these were a good sounding pair of earbuds, okay? Nothing to like write home about, but they sounded good. Now, a couple things to know. These are a crazy budget-friendly earbud, so you have to take that into consideration with everything that I'm telling you. Now, they do also have full touch control, okay? So tap once, play, tap again, you know what I'm talking about. And guys, these are gonna give you about 4 hours of playtime. Now, one thing that I actually thought was really interesting in a budget pair of earbuds like this, they had noise cancellation, and the noise cancellation actually works up to 35 decibels. I was testing it out and it did actually work pretty well. Now, the one weird part was when you're activating the noise cancellation, there's transparency mode, and then there's off. Rather than it saying noise cancellation, it actually says shh, or it says eh, or it says heh. So it was a little weird in my ear the first time I did that and I heard a shh. I actually looked around like, oh my God, is somebody with me? You know, it was actually a little creepy, but it was also pretty cool. Anyway, that being said, having active noise cancellation on these earbuds that are really budget friendly was actually a good value. Look, overall, guys, I think these look absolutely amazing, okay? I think they fit pretty well, right? And they fit like in your earbuds. And more importantly, these sounded good overall. Now, the application with the bass head equalizer setting actually gave these a much nicer sound. Dino reviews, these are a good budget-friendly earbud. I just think that they look really cool and they're super interesting. They're an absolute 2 thumbs up for me. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll catch you guys on the next one.